is a great tool for building out our business. But how do you very easily shoot video, and then how do you repurpose the content so that it is an effective strategy for your business? On this episode of Giant TV, I'm going to break it down for you. And so let's go take a listen. Really appreciate you being here. Great, thanks for joining me here on Giant TV. And for those of you who haven't been here before, let me tell you what this is all about. And so my name is Paul Hitchcock. I am the founder and president of Giant Jacks Media. We are an agency that helps entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, business owners, if you have a practice, a company, help you to grow, stand out, make a lot of noise, sales, marketing, branding. And that's what we do. I have a lot of great partnerships with really incredible people across the country helping them. And I personally have 3 of my own businesses I'm building out, running. So I'm like you. I'm in the gutter every single day, grinding, have my thumb on the pulse of what's working, what's not working. So I'm with you in the fight, growing every day, succeeding every day, failing every day, just like everybody else. And so I bring that to the table and I'm helping people. And what I want to get into today for this show, and this is my live show, excuse me, where I just provide value. I just want to teach people and give value and help you in any way that I can to be a resource and to grow and stand out and really fight the good fight of building out your business. And so this is where I do it on this show, providing some nuggets, and I hope you have at least a takeaway that can help you in some way with your business. And always am excited to get one-on-one with you to learn more about your business, what you're doing, what's working, what's not working. And I can tell you everything that I'm doing to build and stand out and talk about the success I've had over the years and all the really fun, great things I'm doing. So I'll give you an opportunity to get with me later on at the end of this and show you. So let's blaze through this. And oh, by the way, I'm located in Northern California. Big office in Southern California, Orange County, big high-rise 20th floor. That's where a lot of the team members are. And I am here in Northern California now, commuting back and forth. So that's a little bit about me. You also have 4 kids and a dog and family. And so if you hear people screaming in the background or barking, you'll know what's going on. All right, let's get into this. So video. So what's up with shooting and repurposing video? So I hope you know by now that video is king. We all have to have video as part of growing our practice. It's no longer a choice. It's mandatory because your clients and prospects are demanding video. They want to see it. All the stats bear it out. It's why YouTube is the 2nd most visited website on the planet and 2nd to Google. And it's the 2nd largest search engine beyond Google. And so obviously you know that. We all know YouTube, and your clients and prospects demand video. They want to watch a video to learn about your service or product versus reading a piece of content. HubSpot puts out a great state of video every single year, and it's fascinating. They interview CEOs, executives, marketing people, and they say, okay, tell us about video and what's working, what's not, and video just keeps climbing every year. So let's just, for the sake of this discussion, all agree video is a good thing to have for your practice. So now we get into, okay, what do you do with video? How do you shoot a video, and how do you repurpose it, and how do you actually build it into your practice? Because none of us have 5 hours a day to be shooting video and working on content. We actually got to work, we got to, pay the bills. And so we got to figure this out. And I'm just a freak about processes and being organized, repeatable processes, identifiable processes for getting this done. So I'm going to show you how I do it with video here. Okay. So first of all, your video starts with content. So before you shoot a video, you got to have content. And this is a question that comes up a lot when I'm working with people. And something I work on with myself all the time is, okay, how do you come up with content? And what I tell people is you got to be the rock star, because what most people are doing, 99.9, is they are sharing other people's content, especially on LinkedIn. I know you've seen it. Go read Richard Branson's top 10 list. Here's Warren Buffett. Here's blah, 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 Inc. magazine. Not that that's not good content. It's great content, but it doesn't do anything for your brand in building rapport for you, positioning you as the authority. If I potentially want to work with you, I'm interested in you, your service, your product, I don't give a crap about Warren Buffett, and I don't want to read his content. I want to read your content. And what do you have to tell me that can position you as the authority? And I'm sure you have experiences in your work, in your life, challenges you've overcome, opportunities you've embraced, you've had some success. And so you have a story, and you have experiences and value that you can bring to other people. So you got to be the rock star and really develop your content and position yourself as the authority instead of constantly sharing other people's content. And it just goes to building your brand and motivating people to want to get on a call with you, or Zoom, or a 10-year event, whatever you're doing. So you be the rock star, develop your own content. The content's got to be valuable content. So this isn't you selling all the time. Really the rule of thumb when it comes to content marketing is market, 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 sell. Market, 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 sell. Meaning you're marketing, branding, adding value, and then once you're doing that and building rapport and nurturing, you're adding in the sell, the kind of the overt sell. You're always selling when you're marketing, but you're adding in the call to action, the ask of selling after you've nurtured and marketed. So your content's got to be value oriented. What can you offer your community that is valuable to them? So this gets into the mindset of, what are my prospects thinking about? What are the challenges and opportunities and things they care about? What's going on with them? So think about your community and really think about what they care about, not what you only care about, and then deliver that content to them. Now, where do you come up with content? Some people, I'm working with, and maybe you're like this, you just have a million ideas in your head. You're like, oh my God, I have 1,000 ideas. I just got to figure out how to get them out and how to distribute them and so forth. You may be that person. Or you may be the person that says, it's a little bit more difficult. I'm not exactly sure, where to get the content, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Let me tell you, there's never a lack of resources for content. Content is all over the place. It's a matter of what resonates with you and repurposing that content and so forth to start out. So I mentioned Flipboard. So a lot of times I'll talk to people, I say, look, go to Flipboard. It's a free app. Get it on mobile, get it on your desktop. It's an RSS feed. You plug in the topics you want to hear about. Maybe it's women-owned businesses. Maybe it's entrepreneurship. Whatever it is, plug it in. Flipboard will start sending you feeds, news stories from all over the world. You can tailor it to your geographic region, US or whatever, and you'll start getting news feeds. Now the Inc. magazine stuff's in there, but you'll get a lot of information from all over the place. These are trending topics. These are things that people are reading about, and it's great. So you'll read something in there, start reading that, get into Flipboard, and you may read one article and there'll be 5 or 6 videos you can pull out of it. You'll say, hey, I know this resonates with people. I see what's going on here. I have something to say about this. Take that content, use it for your own, and massage it, and you'll see the trending topics people care about. So Flipboard is great for that. There's other services that don't cost a lot. You can pay for them, $5 a month, $8 a month to get news feeds on topics you isolate. So the content is always there, and just start reading and isolate the content for your community. So this is how you start developing content. But the best thing, you be the rock star. Think of your own ideas. Okay. Now you said video's great. Now I got the content thing figured out. Now you got to shoot the video. So how do you do this? Keep it simple here. So what's important when you're shooting a video is sound. And so you want to make sure that you have good sound. So this can be as simple as when you're using your cell phone, because here I say your cell phone is fine. You don't gotta go out and buy expensive cameras and stuff like that. Start with your cell phones. These cell phones are great today. You've got the Google phone camera, and video on there is phenomenal. It's rated one of the best in the industry. It's like buying a $3,000 camera. So your cell phone is fine, and the sound can be, you know, you could have a lavalier microphone, and it can be a long cord on the microphone plugged into your phone. And you know, these lavaliers come with long cords. I don't have mine sitting right here, but I've got one that's a plug-in. It's long, clips on up here, you know, your shirt, and they're inexpensive. You get those on Amazon, lavalier mics, and maybe they're, you know, 25 bucks. So you're not talking about a lot of money, but you get a plug-in. Now I've also got the wireless system. Those are a bit more expensive, but less than 100 bucks, and they're great. And so if I'm standing away from the camera, I've got a tripod. Tripod, you get those Walmart.com, Amazon, 25, 30 bucks for a nice cell phone camera tripod. Not expensive. Get those, and you can have the sound, you know, remote sound. So I'll be standing away from the tripod, shooting, I'll set it up, record, boom, go, and I'll have my wireless mic set up. Phenomenal. I could be at the beach. I shot some of those with the beach in the background because I love the beach, on the beach all the time, and I'll just record videos there and have that background wireless setup. It's great. And so sound is important when you're shooting the video. Make sure that's great. Length of videos. So when you're shooting your workhorse videos, these are the ones for your content you're uploading on your channels. Length, good length is minute and a half or less, you know, 2 minutes, kind of there. That's a maximum length for a video, certainly on LinkedIn. Nobody's going to sit there and watch a 10-minute video, but minute and a half, even, you know, top end. Bottom end, 30 seconds. 45 seconds. Maybe you have a point you want to hit, you want to crank that out, 30, 45 seconds, fantastic. That's great. And, you know the story. Everyone has an attention span of a flea, and you really got 3 or 4 minutes to grab somebody's attention to start out with. So you got to hook them. I'm going to talk about that, but that's the length for a video. Short, snack size, quick, boom, quick hit, done. And lighting is important. So you want to make sure the lighting is good. Now, we're not going for Hollywood videos here, right? I mean, you want to make it look good and everything's great. So lighting is important. If you're outside, make sure that, you know, the camera's positioned so the sun's not behind you, you know, you're blinded or someone else is blinded, you know, but just get the lighting down, great. And of course, the cameras have filters on there for lighting as you're about to shoot it, so you can do some quick filtering for light. If you're shooting indoors, you know, make sure that lighting's good and sound is good indoors. Not a huge room, cavernous. Some of my early mistakes when I first started shooting video years ago was, oh, this is a great big room here, and the sound was horrible, and you know, it was echoey and stuff. But you know, you live and learn. So lighting is key. Get that down. And if you're shooting videos inside, you know, you can go buy some lighting, you know, to make sure that your lighting is great in the room. If you're doing it indoors and you're going to do it in the same place every time, get a little setup there. And that's a good idea. So make sure the lighting's good. As I said, cell phone is good. So these are the things, you know, the kind of maybe more of the just, you know, obvious ones. You got to make sure this stuff is good. Okay, here's what I counsel everybody to do. So I'm going to show you how you can repurpose a video when you shoot it. Is when you're shooting a video, we ask everybody, create a subject line for your video. So subject line, summary, and a quote. These are things that you can repurpose, and I'll show you. So a subject line, think of it as the title, subject line that pertains to the video. Try to make it catchy, like an email subject line. Grab somebody's attention with that. What's it about? And put some strategy into that subject line to make it catchy. Summary, this would be a paragraph or two, which is a summary about the topic that you're recording the video on. So the summary should tell a little bit of a story there. So storytelling is great in all aspects of our business. It's what people gravitate to, storytelling. But so with your video, write a little paragraph or two of a story about the video that goes along with it. Then a quote. Pull a quote out of that video. So just a one-line quote that you can pull that comes from that video. So this is what you do. Shoot the video, grab these things here, and here's how you can repurpose the video. So you shoot that puppy here, you're done. Now what you do is you rip out the audio and you load it up into your podcast. And so everyone I'm working with, we set them up with a podcast show because this is a great channel to have, to stand out, be different. And when you're shooting a video, you can just automatically rip out the MP3 audio and load it up to your podcast. Got to understand how to do this, but it's doable. And now you have a podcast episode. And always repurpose the audio from your video for that. And having a podcast channel, you're just different. Podcasting has exploded. I don't know about you, but I'm on Spotify. Love podcasts. Have some strategic ones I listen to just keep educated on what I'm doing and entertained for certain things. There's some great murder mystery podcasts, which I love. And then also obviously on sales, marketing, branding, I've got some great ones. One's focused on LinkedIn, they're out there, and just a great way to keep educated. But so you have a podcast there, and your podcast is integrated with Spotify, iTunes, and you have the audio up there. So that's great. So you're also repurposing it into a blog, what I call a vlog, where you take this video and you now send it out to your email list. So it's a vlog, and you do this at least twice a month, and you're now sending out an email to nurture people, and it's your video, short snack size video, and you're using the catchy subject line so people open the email, and then you have the video, they're clicking through to watch that. And as you nurture and do this consistently, consistency is key here with any business of doing these sort of processes, but you'll have a nurture going on. And I got to say this, the reason you want to have email nurture going on and using a blog and your video can be repurposed into that is because 90% plus of the people that come into your sales funnel, you make them aware of you, now they're coming in, they're going to be long-term leads. You're not going to convert them. The best sales and marketing people on the planet don't convert right away. 90% plus for the best people on the planet. So what are you going to do? Just never do anything and then call them 3 months later, or they're not going to remember the conversation. Maybe they don't even remember you. So you got to nurture. And email blogs are great for that. Nurture, value. Okay, then obviously your videos shared to your channels. Certainly LinkedIn, manually upload it so it auto plays. Have a process for doing that. Be organized, efficient, and then you maybe have other channels. Maybe you have a LinkedIn group, which you should. It's awesome, the creative things you can do with LinkedIn groups, but you share there. Maybe you have a Facebook company page, or some other channel. Maybe you're on TikTok. Whatever the case is, you're sharing this video to those spaces. Instagram, IGTV. So it's shared there. So it's going out. Then it's a text post, which has good reach on LinkedIn. And remember, you wrote that summary when you recorded the video. That summary is your text post. So now you're getting your text post, you're putting it onto your distribution. Now we use Buffer as one of our tools to really automate and organize content sharing. It's a great channel. So text post loaded into Buffer scheduling out to all your channels simultaneously. It's going into your library, your video, which is YouTube. YouTube's your video library. So it's going up there. You're building up that library. That's phenomenal because there's so many things you can do as you build up this video library. You can use it over and over. You're having a conversation with somebody and the topic of your video comes up and you say, hey, when I hang up, I'm going to send you a video. It's about 1.5 minutes long. It's on what we're talking about now. Hey, great. You send it. You know what that does for you to build authority and just position you as somebody who just has their A game going on. So that's great. And then over here, it is image quote. So remember I told you that you pull a quote out of it. Well, now you have an image that you're posting. Again, Buffer. Load this up to Buffer, goes out to all your channels. Images are great. People love images. If you have a good image, a template you create, you're pulling that and adding your quote to that image. So you see what happens here? One video becomes all these pieces of content, and you can use these pieces of content more than once. You have a good piece of content, there's no reason just to use it once. And as I'm sure you know, on LinkedIn, for example, you put out, content, all of us are lucky if 10% actually see it of our connections. I mean, there are connections. How come they don't all see them? Well, LinkedIn's that way. So maybe 10% see them. So why in the heck would you not repost week later or whatever and use this content again? You should be doing that. It's a great strategy. So you get all this out of one video, plus you can use it again. It's a lot of content going on there. Okay, uses of video. So couple ideas here of what you can do with video. Your daily, weekly videos. So this is, your workhorse videos. So 1.5 minute things, 2 minute things that are going out there, posting daily, weekly, and you're showing up. You're showing up and you're making some noise on the platforms, and you're doing, separating yourself. Remember, there's just a very small fraction of people that are doing this on LinkedIn and other platforms. It may seem like a lot because you're seeing it's not. Small fraction of creators that are doing this. And so you could be one of them. And this is the daily, weekly videos. Then this is awesome. The monthly virtual show. I love it. One of my favorite channels. So I tell everybody, set up a monthly show. And I do a deep dive in this, but this is your virtual Zoom that you're doing. Every month, create your show, brand it. You're looking at mine right now, Giant TV. I've got Wealth Protector TV for a big law firm that I build out. And the coaches I'm working with, they've got monthly shows, and they're pushing out content through their show. And so you brand your show, and now you're doing this every month. And this is another use of video, is your show. And you're inviting people to that show in unique ways, using the LinkedIn event feature and email nurture, and you're getting engagement, people showing up to your show, and you're being consistent, doing this every month. Consistency, as I said earlier, is a key to a lot of this stuff. Monday Night Football, we all know every Monday night there's going to be a football game on. People get used to it, tied into it. What's your monthly? So video is great for a monthly virtual show. Email video is great. This is not going to get into all the details, but having a service like BombBomb, BombBomb, great email video service where instead of typing an email to people you're interacting with today, you're sending a quick video right from your computer. Very, very powerful. So this is another use of video, which I get into with people. So different strategic uses of video. Okay, so I want to, as I get to the end here, I wanted to do a quick and dirty on video and repurposing to get your mind thinking. And I love getting one-on-one, love learning. And so give before you take has always been my motto. So if you want to jump into a free strategy session, talk about your business, I can dive deeper into any of these things I'm talking about here now. Text Giant Help to that number. You'll get access to my calendar and you'll get one-on-one with me. We'll Zoom it, we'll chat, we'll get to know each other, start a conversation. I love doing that. And so thank you so much for listening to this. Hope something here resonated with you, and glad we're connected, and look forward to get to know you more over time. Thanks.
Billboard, baby, do a leap and make them dance when they come on. Everybody looking for a dance floor to run on. If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I can take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life.